So, hello everyone. Good morning and good evening, depending on where you are. All right. So, we have about 4 or 5 people watching on YouTube and 5 here. But as usual, we'll go ahead with it, right? I'm sure there are many people who watch it afterwards, the recording. So, um, today's topic is not new actually as such. We kind of diverged from the topic and continued on another subject that feel the satisfaction. Actually, that's what the topic that we covered last week. However, this topic is also related to that. um, and so we will talk more about the real topic that we missed on this week, which is purify our attention and overcoming the fear of missing out. Okay, so that's the topic. And so as usual, we'll do a foot soak balancing. Yeah, we'll talk about attention. We'll have a short meditation followed by, and then we'll listen to Shri Mataji, have a meditation again, and some question and answer towards the end. Yeah. So before we begin, so let's raise our Kundalini and take Bandhan. Yeah. So before I get on to this game thing, I'll just like to talk about attention today a little bit, introduce the topic. So Shumatri says that our attention is our, like, it's a big canvas, of our being, and it the attention is just spread across overall different things as such. And when it comes to attention in the current times, it's quite interesting, the way our attention is spread and how we spend our attention on different things. So, like social media, for example, we are all hooked up to the social media these days, and you can possibly relate it very well that as soon as we wake up in the morning, the first thing that we just reach out to our mobile and then see what's on it, yeah, in sense, oh, did I receive something? There's something happening, right? So we are so hooked up to it, we are so addicted to it that we always love to check out, and we just can't live without it. And I'm equally guilty of that. That happens to me as well. So then that's where we can understand that how our attention is impacted by the different things around it and how we have gotten used to it. Yeah. And that's what we need to understand, that because we spend our energies on those things, they kind of take away our attention, dilute our attention, and then we miss on a lot of things. Actually, I mean, we think that we have a fear that we'll miss out on things, and that's why we try to grab as much as possible. But in that moment, or in that action of trying to grab things, we actually miss out on a lot of things. And this game is very good exercise. It's just about minute and a half. So have a go with the game, and we'll talk about it, as soon as we come to the end. Yeah, so it's called as Monkey Business. So yeah, I'll let you watch the game first and see how it goes.
The monkey business illusion. Count how many times the players wearing white pass the ball. The correct answer is 16 passes. Did you spot the gorilla? For people who haven't seen or heard about a video like this before, about half miss the gorilla. If you knew about the gorilla, you probably saw it, but did you notice the curtain changing color or the player on the black team leaving the game? Let's rewind and watch it again. Here comes the gorilla, and there goes a player, and the curtain is changing from red to gold. When you're looking for a gorilla, you often miss other unexpected events. And that's the monkey business illusion. Learn more about this illusion and the original gorilla experiment at theinvisiblegorilla.com.
You're on mute.
Thank you so much. So yeah, so what I was saying is that this is a very interesting small game that just gives us an idea that how thinly our attention is spread, right? And we think that we want to find out how many passed the white wearing, the white players did the pass the ball, how many times did they pass the ball, we are so focused on it. In that event, we just miss out on a lot of other details, and that's what happens like essentially with our attention getting hooked up to things. Like, for example, right, if you know that there is gorilla coming, then you are focused on gorilla, and then you miss out someone leaving the game, or that color, the curtain changing from red to gold. Yeah, and yeah, that's very interesting happening that happens to us with our attention being thinly spread. So what is it that we can do about that attention then? Yeah, so and so in Sahaja Yoga meditation, essentially Shri Mataji said that if we can fix our attention, then there is a lot of things that we can just change about, because the moment our attention is fixed properly, we will be able to see our own weaknesses, and we'll be able to see how we are actually falling prey to our weaknesses. And the moment that comes to our attention, it will be very easy for us to fix our problems, go back to the roots, and fix the roots, so that we can, come to the proper, lifestyle or proper experience of life, So yeah, so we'll just stop there. But if anyone wants to say, how many of you, I mean, just a curiosity or interesting, how many of you missed the gorilla, by the way? You want to put it on a chat box, please, feel free. You missed it, eh? Okay. Who else? One person has missed it. Oh, curtain too. Okay. Fair enough. Oh, okay, but you got the 16 passes. But yeah, that's right, because you were like fully focused on it. Oh, David also missed it. All right. Okay, easy. How was it for you? You can type it. If it's hard, it's okay. Leave it there. Yeah, Carol, how about you?
No, I spotted the gorilla, but I missed the counting of the balls because I was focusing on the ones who were wearing the white T-shirt, and I realized, oh, I should have been counting. when the gorilla popped up, I was like, oh, what's that all about?
No, it's very interesting, actually. I mean, I haven't come across this before, but like, yeah, because I can relate it a lot, So there is a question Shivon has asked, but Shivon, I'll come to that question towards the end. Definitely I'll answer your question. I know what the question is, and the answer to it as well. So before we move on further, so if you got an ice pack, just keep it ready. In meantime, let's put our feet into the foot soak water. Yeah. And then we'll do the balancing. But today, balancing, before we start with balancing, so let's put our hand out on our lap, open. And as usual, what we'll do is we'll look at Shri Mataji's red mark on the forehead, bindi. It's called as bindi in Hindi. Bindi in Hindi. Yeah. So just gently look at it, the spot, a red spot on the forehead. And do a breathing exercise. So breathe in, gently breathe in, don't rush into it. Exercise. We don't have to rush into anything as such, actually. Just gently breathe in and then breathe out. Again, breathe in. Slowly breathe out. In between, you take a pause. So now what we'll do is we'll go back to that video of balancing by Shri Mataji. So Shri Mataji is going to guide us on how we can balance ourselves. So one moment. Let me find the video. Yes, here we go. Let's follow Shri Mataji about balancing ourselves.
So we'll have the experience now. It will take about 5 minutes for you, because if all the chakras are discussed, already the attention is on that. It's very simple to put your hands towards me.
Everyone step off their shoes again.
It's better. You've done a good job. Huh. Just put your hands towards me. Just like this. Left. Now left hand towards me and right hand towards the Mother Earth will give you a balance. You need not close your eyes just now. Let's see. Put your right hand towards the Mother Earth. As I told you yesterday, left side is our conditioning. Conditioning, subconscious and collective subconscious. Very much at work here. But also is an emotional side. Now put your right hand towards me and left hand towards the sky. Right hand towards me. Right hand towards me like this.
Left hand towards the back.
Are you feeling the cool breeze in the hand? You are already thoughtless, there is no thought. But just see if you are feeling the cool breeze. Much better. Are you? Let's see. Are you feeling any cool breeze in the hand? All right. Now put your left hand on top of your head. Just here. Fontanelle bone area. Are you feeling? It's a very subtle thing. Are you? Pay attention. Working out. Good? All right. Now change over. See the left hand with the right hand. Just pay attention there. See. Believe that you are the spirit. So just you have to say in your heart, I am the spirit. In your heart. Say it 7 times. It will work out. Release it. Is it all right? Are you feeling the heat coming out? Little heat. All right. Now turn. Change. See now. Right Swadhisthana. All right. There. Amazing. Now just see if it is working. Cool breeze. Feel it. Just put your hands like this. It's good. You're all thoughtless. If you see there's no thought in your mind. And complete silence. Enjoy this. This moment is going to transform your life. Take it from me. You may not realize today, but you'll realize it very soon. Strong. Have faith in yourself. That's the main thing. It's beautiful.
So let us check our vibrations now on our hands. See, as Shri Mataji said, see whether we are feeling peaceful inside. Thoughts have reduced or disappeared completely. So what I would say, take that ice pack if you have it now handy, and put it on the liver, right side of your stomach. So with the left hand, hold it in your left hand, and if it's too cold for the hand, you can figure out a way. You can wrap a cloth around it or something. Just leave it on your liver for about next 5 minutes. While we watch the next video where Shri Mataji is talking about how to purify our attention. So, and we'll put that ice pack, and see how it goes. So until that video finishes, you can hold on to that ice pack on the liver. So let's listen to this.
Not only after realization you can prove God, but you can show His miracles. The second thing, the nature of spirit, is that He's chitta, He's the attention. He's the attention means when you become spiritually enlightened, your attention becomes enlightened. Now, enlightenment, what we understand of these lights is that the lights are falling here and we can see things, that's all. But this attention which is being enlightened acts. It works. It has got loops. It has got weapons. It works. You have to see for yourself how your attention works. Today there was somebody who went and told one of the Sahaja Yogini that I was sitting there and I was getting all negative thoughts and was feeling horrible in my hands, and I don't know why it was happening in the program. So she said, here you have come to pay attention to mother and to her work and pay attention to your spirit. But if you are paying attention to all the rest of the people here, then you are going to catch them. It's a very simple thing. Where is your attention? Ask this question. This is a very common question in an Indian home. A mother will ask the child, where is your attention? The basis of Indian life is Chitta Nirodha, is to fix your attention in a proper way. Where is your attention? Is it on your spirit or is it on somebody else? Like my brother is sitting here, my mother is sitting there, oh, that woman is very bad, she is jealous of me, all this nonsense. Where is your attention? When you get realized, then you start seeing through the window of the spirit. Your position changes. As you are looking at me now, then you come back here and start looking at you this way. Till you are realized, you are sitting before me. But once you are realized, you come here and see others. From there, that's your foot. Nobody can touch you there. From there you see others. Your attention is detached. So the attention becomes enlightened after realization. You pay attention to anything, it works. It does work, no doubt. You try. Those who have got realization should try this. Try your attention. But attention has to be pure. You have to purify your attention. And the best way to purify it is to keep your Agya Chakra open. When this center is open, which is the center of Christ, which I have shown that it can only open through the Lord's Prayer, after realization. When you open that, then you are in that state where your attention is divine. And you will be amazed how things work out. Even the smallest things, the material things, the useless things, and the great things and the subtle and subtlest, and how you start growing. So the growth is to be achieved by purifying your attention. And to purify this attention is to keep your Agya Chakra open and be in thoughtless awareness.
Yeah. So let us see now how we can get our attention steady and stable. So now you can leave over that ice pack and we'll meditate for a while. You can also put your feet in the water if you haven't put yet. And close your eyes. Do not manipulate your attention or your thoughts or anything as such, mentally. Let your attention just fall onto your vibrations and be guided by your own spirit. The moment we allow our attention to be guided by the spirit, it automatically brings us peace. It takes away all the anxiety.
Please let my attention be guided by my spirit, by my pure divine spirit. Mother, please let my attention be guided by pure.
Let us not get worried about anything as such yet. We probably have a lot of problems, a lot of issues to handle. But for next 10-15 minutes, give it to ourselves for the peace. We have all the day to fix our problems afterwards, if we think that we can fix it. Then when we say we allow our attention to be guided by spirit, what do we do then? What should we do? We have always a question that we have to do something. Let us not do anything. Just remain in that state of witness or waiting, that let's see what is coming across, and remain thoughtless. And then the moment you kind of gets into that waiting state where you are just not speculating, imagining, you're just waiting for things to happen in front of you, and you're just watching them in a thoughtless awareness. And the moment you just give up on that worry part or what is going to come next, thinking about it, you will see that your Kundalini starts moving around. And then you just follow her movement without again thinking about it like, oh, what is it doing? Oh, it's going here, it's going there. Do not react anything. Let her do her work. And we just observe how she moves around. And you'll be quite surprised that when you thoughtlessly observe her, you get more and more peace inside settled. Because we put ice on the liver, it kind of took away the extra heat from our being. Unnecessary extra heat is generated when we think about future too much, when you plan about future too much. And we just remove that extra heat so our attention kind of cools down and falls onto Kundalini, our spirit. Now put your left hand on the lever, left hand on the right side of your tummy, right hand open in the lap. And to purify our attention, we will take one mantra, Shri Nirmal Chitta. How do we take? So we take the mantra, Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Chitta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. We'll take it again if you like. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Nirmal Chitta Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. O Mother Kundalini, please purify our attention. Take away all the anxiety, all the worries, and establish the peace within. And the best way to purify our attention is to remain thoughtless, not think about things. The moment we stop thinking, you will see that our attention gets purifying and gets focused. It's like a laser focused. You will see that it has got quite a big power after that. And as Shri Mataji said, that it acts. So what happens what does she mean by saying that it acts? So when you put that attention on a different particular chakra, you can fix the chakra. If it has something has gone wrong with the chakra, and if your attention is pure, you can actually fix the chakra. So what will happen? The chakra, the problems on the chakra will slowly go away, and you will feel a cool breeze coming out of that chakra. And once the chakra is resolved or it's cleansed or purified, you will see its symptom outside. And what is the symptom? Is like how it affects the chakra. For example, if your heart chakra, for example, is having some issues, but if your attention is pure and you put your attention on your heart chakra, Kundalini will work out that chakra, and then you will see that you will feel a bit secure inside. Your fear of whatever unknown will just go away, and you will start feeling very secure inside. You will feel confident that you are being taken care of. So that confidence comes. So that's how that chakra, once it's improved, it will affect your being and your personality, your thinking, your style of living. So when you know that you have some problem, how to fix them? It is by purifying your attention, by being thoughtless, and then put that attention on a problem. So you just look at the problem, not thinking about it, and you will see that problem start losing its power on you. So this week we will actually work on this exercise of how attention can be purified. So try to do that exercise of being thoughtless for a moment. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, whatever you can. Another thought comes, you just watch that thought and forgive it. Say, I forgive this thought, that it has, I want to be thoughtless and this has come and disturbed me. I forgive. Just forgive that thought, and again you will be thoughtless for next few seconds. So love yourself. Do not punish if a thought comes to your mind to yourself by bothering, by thinking, by frustrating. Just forgive, forgive, and forgive. Yeah. So now what we'll do is we'll listen to Shri Mataji about attention a little bit in detail. And while listening, keep your left hand on your liver, yeah, and see how it works. We will understand some rationally some ideas around how to purify our attention, and also it will work out on the vibrational level. So have a go. Let's watch this now. Next 16 minutes about.
Also, it is extremely beautiful to see so many Sajogis who are really have become very great. It's a question of understanding what Sahaja Yoga is. It's a very unique discovery I feel now, that people who were seeking the truth have found it and have now got it absolutely on their central nervous system. Yes, in some places it's difficult to explain how it has happened, how it has worked out, and how in these 25 years we have been able to achieve this expansion of Sahaja Yoga. The main thing I feel is that you all should know that as the tree grows, the roots have to grow much deeper, and they should spread also. If it doesn't happen, the tree cannot be sustained only by Mother Earth. So the roots are in your own life, in your own heart. When we say we have become our own guru, we should really try to find out with our introspection, are we our guru or not? Because before this, your mind was on one side and your heart was on another side, and your attention was in another dimension. So these three things were creating confusion within you. If you understand a human being, then you will be surprised to see how these three things act separately in a human being. And sometimes they fight also. First is your intellect and your mind. Second is your heart, your feelings, your emotions. And the third one is your attention. In these modern times, this confusion is the worst, because all the time your attention is outside. It could be towards beautiful things or beautiful women or beautiful men or all kinds of nonsensical way of wasting your energy. Such attention then is absolutely like a horse which is let loose. You cannot control such an attention. And this attention runs wild from one to another. It's a fashion also. It's sort of a very popular thing to keep the attention moving all the time. But this attention that has to be towards the divine, towards the Almighty, is just being frittered away. Thus, attention doesn't grow its own roots. First is to find out about yourself. Where does your attention go? What makes you feel like looking after or concern or attention? You see, the attention comes from various problems and could be your upbringing where you are not controlled. Could be your education, could be your atmosphere in which you live, or could be your own ego or your conditioning. पानी बहुत ठंडा है शायद इस वजह से क्या चाय डाल दो इसमें गरम हो So this attention is being attacked by all these outside energies or negative forces, and it gets entangled. Like a river flowing straight into the ocean can get lost in a barren place. In the same way, this attention, which has to go towards the divine, gets frittered away and is punished. This weak attention cannot take you towards the divine. Ultimately, you find that all this attention is being completely absorbed or frittered away by the nonsense that's going on. Unfortunately or fortunately, you are born in these modern times. And in these modern times, as you know, it's a very chaotic condition. In these chaotic conditions, you don't know what is right and what is wrong. And there are all kinds of attractions which can take away your attention and reduce the energy of your attention. It is possible more for the people who are very right-sided. Also, the left-sided people can be very much affected. Right-sided people, as you know, go up to a point and become extremely dry, self-opinionated, and aggressive. All their attention is in aggression. While the people who are on the left side are indulging too much into their own whims and their desires and their own temptations. Both sides can fritter away your attention, which is the most important. It is the most valuable thing is your attention. But the attention cannot be controlled by a person who doesn't have a weak mind or a weak heart. Now supposing you take somebody who is a very intelligent person. The intelligent person puts all his attention in capturing the attention of others. I don't know why, but it's a kind of a paradox. The person who himself is having such a lot of aggressiveness and all that, tries to be very sweet, tries to be very nice with people, just to keep good relations, or we can say the good behavior towards people, so that they pay attention to that person. This is a very subtle thing. They are not even aware about it, that we do such a thing just to make others pay attention to us. That is how we have seen that in these modern times, so many stupid things people do just to attract the attention of others. Most of the fads that had come up in modern times are just to make something stupid so that people should pay attention to them. Of course, the Sahaja Yogis are not like that. But I am just pointing it out, how in the modern times you have to be very careful that you should not try to attract the attention of others. Instead of that, what you have to do is to pay attention to others in a very subtle way, not with any expectation that if you are paying attention to somebody, that person should pay attention to you. It's a very big struggle I have seen in Sahaja Yoga also, that people try to say, become very popular or become very outstanding or something of a very great qualities to show off that they are something better than others. A person who is really in connection with the divine is least bothered about how people pay attention to that person, but automatically the attention of such a person is on others, which is very, very subtle, very subtle. You cannot make out that the attention of such a person is on you, but it works, and it works beautifully. We have to understand that we have now come to the realm of the divinity. We are in the kingdom of God and we are divine people. We are very powerful people. But if we fritter away our attention, we become very, very weak people. It's easy to feel that we are Sahaja Yogis, we have done so much of realization of others, or we have helped so many people. All this consciousness, if it comes within you, then know that you are still not fully developed Sahaja Yoga. There should be no consciousness of what you are doing or what you are committing. There is no need to boast about it. There is no need to advertise it. Whatever you are is already can be seen by everyone. But even that desire is not needed, because you are doing just for the satisfaction of your spirit. So then when we come to our heart, in the heart resides the spirit, as you know very well. Now when it is the heart which has to work over your brain and which can work, what becomes of you is nothing but you become a source of love and compassion. A source, I am saying. You do not assert on others. You do not say that I have done so much for you, and what are you doing to me? What is this that I should have so much expressed in so many ways, and here you are forgetting me and not doing anything for me. So the expectation of reward, if it is there, then you must know it's your mind which is giving you these ideas and is working it out that way that you just now put attention to the amount of love the other person has given you for whatever you have given to another person. It's very subtle. So in Sahaja Yoga, you should see now yourself as just a source of love which is just flowing. In that you do not say that you have to have this or that, or you have to achieve this goal, or you have to become that. It's finished now. Once you have become the source, then how can you become something? The thing is, those who are receiving from the source want to have some sort of a reward or some sort of a recognition. In this subtle way, if you move, your mind is very clever. In Sahaja Yoga, we have very clever, intelligent people. But this mind, you have to be very careful. Because this mind can cheat you. So ask your mind, why are you in Sahaja Yoga? What is the purpose of your Sahaja Yoga? Gradually this mind will shut up. And then you have to ask yourself that what is my own desire now? What do I want? What do I want to achieve? Why I am in Sahaja Yoga? If you ask this question, you will see you will just dissolve. You will become thoughtless because there is no desire left now.
So let us put our hand in a lap now. And I just picked on one point that Shri Mataji said, let us be a source of love. So, and I would say, start with yourself again. Have love for yourself. And when you have love for yourself, you will not get frustrated with yourself. So when we are sitting for a meditation, our thoughts are bothering us, we'll just forgive ourselves that, okay, that's fine. Let the thought come in, just like a child, yeah? Small child comes and bothers us. We know that it's a child and we just forgive the child and we just focus back on what we are doing. We don't get distracted too much. Just for that moment, we pay attention to the child and come back to our again work, whatever we are working on. So now here we are working on our own transformation. And the transformation is going to happen through thoughtless awareness. So when the thought has come, just forgive yourself. And again, come back to thoughtless awareness. So try that now, next 1 or 2 minutes. Take your right hand over the head, hold it 1 or 2 inches above. As you're doing this exercise of thoughtless awareness, see how you feel on your top of your head. Bring the right hand down and check with the left hand now, this time. Bring both hands in your lap. Continue on thinking, thoughtless rather, sorry. Continue on being thoughtless. Put our right hand on the heart. That's our spirit, that's where our spirit is. And thank our spirit for enlightening ourselves. Because when the spirit enlightens our attention, it starts becoming powerful. You see how peaceful it is inside your heart now. Yeah. So we can open our eyes, raise our kundalini and take bandhan and rinse our feet. Yeah. So anyone wants to have a question? There was one question before in chat. What if you know all your faults and can't fix them anyway? So yeah, so that's where I said, right, when we know there are some problems and when our attention is like purified, it becomes powerful. Then you can put your attention on the problem and that problem will automatically get solved. You will see it. It's that how that problem gets worked out when your attention is powerful. And I would say that do this experiment this week, that just watch your attention where it goes, like Shri Mataji said. What is the natural drag to our attention? Yeah, there is a word in Sanskrit called as vritti. With vritti means a drag where our attention is naturally pulled towards, and then we will find that where we are putting our attention, and just being aware about that our attention is going there itself is so rewarding. You will see it in next few days. So I would say try that exercise of just being aware of where your attention goes, and wherever it goes, just be thoughtless. And if the mind comes and gives you thoughts, just forgive for that moment. Say, I forgive this thought, I forgive myself. And then again go back to your fort that Shri Mataji said, where you are thoughtless, and once you are into that fort, no one can touch you. Absolutely no one. Yeah. So anyone got any questions before we wrap up for the day? If you are watching on a YouTube, you can submit your question on the email ID. 21 days May. We have the email ID is, one moment. Just go back quickly. The email ID is 21 days May 2022 at gmail.com. So I'll just reshare my. So this is the email ID that we got. 21 days May 2022. Let's see, yeah, at gmail.com. So send your questions that email ID, or just put it on a YouTube video. I hope the chat is allowed there, or if not, let us know via the email. Yeah, cool. Any questions? Anyone?
Is anyone? Hi. Good evening, Mohan.
Morning, Carol.
Yeah, this was. They seems to be getting obviously the sessions they just get better. They're just more so because like the struggle with the thoughts, which I have a busy work lifestyle and large family, and you're just bombarded all the time to keep up your attention. So today was again extremely helpful. Will we be able to have access to this again, to listen to this again on YouTube?
Yeah, there is a recording on the YouTube that I will share the link as usual, right? And you can re-listen to it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I feel my head is much lighter and not as heavy, especially in my forehead, which was always very heavy because I'm always thinking, and
So Shri Mataji said to purify our attention, we need to have our Agya Chakra open, and to open the Agya Chakra, you have to forgive. So it's quite interlinked, and to forgive, you need to have love for yourself to begin with.
Okay.
Yeah. So the source or the key to success is have love in your heart, and once you have the love in your heart, the pure love, and not with expectation and not with any rewards expecting back, and having that pure love is so rewarding, and once that is there, you will just sail through, very smoothly.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. Anyone else? If you got a question,